Water's something so simple, yet more valuable than gold in the eyes of the ultra-wealthy. While the world worries about future shortages, billionaires are quietly securing private reservoirs, underground aquifers, and entire lakes for their exclusive use. Is this a strategic investment, a way to control a vital resource, or something far more sinister? Today, we're diving deep into why the rich are buying up water supplies and what it means for the rest of us. If you want to stay ahead of the curve on hidden billionaire strategies, secret luxuries, and exclusive financial moves, make sure to subscribe because this is just the beginning. 1. The ultimate scarcity asset. Why water is more valuable than gold. Billionaires are always ahead of the game when it comes to investing in assets that appreciate over time. While many people focus on stocks, crypto, and real estate, the ultra-wealthy are quietly moving into something even more essential: water. Climate change, population growth, and industrial demand are putting unprecedented pressure on global water supplies. Private investors have recognized that in the coming decades, access to clean water could become one of the most powerful economic tools. Buying up exclusive rights to lakes, underground reservoirs, and freshwater springs isn't just a business move, it's a way to control a resource more precious than oil. 2. Private water reserves, the hidden billionaire investment. Most people don't realize that some of the world's largest freshwater sources are no longer public property. Billionaires and investment groups have been purchasing massive tracts of land that contain underground aquifers, glacier-fed lakes, and entire river systems. In some cases, they're not just buying land, they're securing legal rights to the water itself. These hidden investments mean that access to water in certain regions could soon be controlled by private interests instead of governments. The wealthiest individuals understand that water scarcity is inevitable, and whoever owns the supply will hold unimaginable power over entire populations. 3. Controlling the flow. How the rich influence global water supplies. Owning water isn't just about having access, it's about controlling distribution. Some billionaires have invested heavily in water bottling companies, purification plants, and large-scale irrigation systems that supply agriculture. By managing these resources, they can dictate who gets water and at what price. Some critics argue that this privatization of water is dangerous, as it prioritizes profit over public access. While most people assume water should be a basic human right, the reality is that in many parts of the world, it's already a commodity controlled by private corporations and investors. 4. The future of water wars. How shortages could spark global conflicts. As fresh water becomes scarcer, experts predict that future conflicts could revolve around its access. Nations, corporations, and individuals are preparing for a future where water scarcity leads to disputes over control. Billionaires who own private water sources could find themselves in a position of extreme influence as countries and businesses compete for supply. Some investors see this as an opportunity, positioning themselves as future water barons who will profit as demand skyrockets. Others worry that the privatization of water could lead to social unrest, making access to this life-essential resource a privilege of the rich. 5. Buying up farmland. The hidden water strategy. Billionaires aren't just buying lakes and rivers, they're also quietly acquiring farmland with abundant water rights. In countries like the United States, Australia, and Argentina, ultra-wealthy investors have purchased millions of acres of agricultural land. The real value isn't just in crops, it's in the water beneath the soil. These large land holdings come with extensive irrigation rights, meaning that whoever owns them controls access to vast amounts of water. By securing these properties, the rich ensure they'll always have enough water for their own needs, while potentially selling or leasing access to others. 6. The race for glacier water, a melting resource. Glaciers hold a massive percentage of the world's fresh water, but they're melting at an alarming rate. Some billionaires have taken an interest in glacier-fed water sources, either by acquiring land near these regions or investing in companies that extract and bottle glacial water. The concept of pure glacier water has even turned into a luxury trend, with some brands selling it as an exclusive product for the ultra-rich. If glaciers continue to shrink, these investments will become even more valuable. making the rich the gatekeepers of some of the world's last truly untouched water supplies. 7. Water as the next oil. The rise of liquid gold markets. Just like oil, water is becoming a tradable commodity. In some markets, investors are already betting on water futures, similar to how energy markets operate. Billionaires who control major water reserves could soon find themselves in a position to dictate prices and supply agreements. Some hedge funds and private equity groups are treating water like a financial asset, buying shares in utilities, desalination plants, and water distribution networks. As the demand for clean water rises, these early investments could yield returns that rival the biggest gains seen in the oil and tech industries. 8. Exclusive water access. How the rich are securing their own supply. While most people rely on municipal water systems, the ultra-wealthy are building their own private water infrastructures. Some billionaires have entire underground reservoirs, high-tech purification systems, and even backup desalination plants built into their homes. These private water sources ensure they'll never be affected by shortages, droughts, or contamination crises that impact the general population. In some cases, they're creating self-sufficient water ecosystems, complete with artificial lakes, rainwater harvesting systems, and ultra-purified drinking water facilities. 9. The political influence behind water ownership. Owning water sources isn't just about control, it's about political power. Many billionaires who invest in water also hold significant sway over governments, using their influence to secure favorable regulations. In some regions, wealthy investors have successfully lobbied for laws that allow them to extract and sell water with minimal restrictions. This creates a growing divide between those who see water as a public right and those who treat it as a commodity. The more control billionaires have over water resources, the more they can shape policies that benefit their long-term investments. 10. The ethics of water ownership, a global debate. As billionaires continue to buy up water supplies, the ethical debate grows louder. Should something as essential as water be controlled by private individuals? While some argue that private investment leads to better management and efficiency, others worry about inequality and exploitation. In a world where millions already lack access to clean drinking water, the idea of the rich owning entire water sources is controversial. The future of water rights will depend on whether governments step in to regulate ownership or allow billionaires to dictate access to this life-sustaining resource. Water is the foundation of life, and yet the wealthiest people on the planet are quietly turning it into a luxury asset. As billionaires buy up lakes, rivers, and underground aquifers, the question remains, should water be a right or a privilege? The way things are going, access to clean water could soon become another status symbol of extreme wealth. What do you think? Is this just smart investing, or is it a dangerous trend? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to stay ahead of the hidden power moves of the ultra-rich, make sure to subscribe. There's a lot more to uncover.